I think at the very beginning you talked about the politicization around some of the preventive measures, and I thought that was really a useful point to make. And again, I think I would want to stay away from, like you, stay away from that realm because that is just not my space.
Mhm.
But I understand that that is a space that a lot of people are living in. Those are considerations that a lot of people are living in, and I think you in very uh, unambiguous terms you kind of laid down what your space is as far as what your action what your response would be in if there was some kind of attempt to muddy the science for want of better terms. Um, but I think if you could potentially give, I think people who are listening and watching are looking for even more um, comfort and reassurance that this is not going to end up becoming another politicized thing. So, for instance, we heard about the EUA for these kinds of trials uh, from the president at a particular time. And we
Mhm.
heard it from the FDA, even after the FDA had previously chosen to not push it and had suggested it was not going to work. They kind of came back in rapid fashion to suddenly now tout it. And so that made people feel like, what's going on? Is there some kind of political pressure on an organization that we expect to have an apolitical stance? We saw the same thing happening with the CDC. We've seen the same thing happening with Dr. Fauci, where there seems to be an undercutting of institutions and organizations that were apolitical and had very specific and public health applications. Um, Again, talking about following the money, I have been following since the announcement. I have been following both Pfizer and Moderna's stock, and Pfizer's stock has dropped like maybe about $1 over the last month. So not a huge drop. And so I'm going to keep watching it as it moves forward. Um, but if you can help us uh, divest both the money aspect and the political aspect from this very critical work, if you can help people think and see and understand what stopgap measures are in place in your study specifically in the work that you're doing that helps divest it from the money aspect and the politics. I think that might be really useful for us and for me personally.
Sure. Well,